Yo, what's good, man? It's your man, Mr.Cheeks, yo. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yo, cooler ruler in the building.
we in the building, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got the legend, Mr.Cheeks, jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
Chillin', man. You already know, vibing out.
Yes, sir. Nah, man, it's a pleasure having you pull up and jump off the porch with us.
That's dope. That means jumping off the porch. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's
Nah,
get it. Let's
man.
get it. Man, from the legendary LB fam, Lost Boyz.
Yes, sir.
Man, y'all been doing y'all thing, legendary in the game, really, stamped, like a certain sound, a certain vibe,
Word.
in hip hop.
No doubt.
First of all, what motivates you to continue to push forward, 20 plus years, since you started, bro?
Man, I just love making music, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like I just love being in the studio. I love, rocking the crowd and things like that. So that always just influences me. Just, that's just what it is, man. I was born to do this shit.
Yeah,
No
nah,
doubt.
for sure. I've been having a lot of conversations, where I've been talking about just how, within hip hop, I feel like this is, the only culture or the only genre of music where, we don't embrace our OGs the way I feel like we're supposed to.
Facts.
And then also on the flip side of it, I'll also say that some of the OGs don't embrace the young artists and the new sound, that's coming in the game.
Yeah, no question
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, if music sound good, you'll embrace it. If you'll feel it. Some music, a lot of music nowadays really sound the same. You really don't know who's who sometimes. You be like, damn, I thought that was him and it's him.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's tough to be in the game. It's tough to be in this rap game, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that's making music, yeah, man, just keep doing that shit, As you said, myself, I definitely am still a fan of my OGs I be around. You know what I'm saying? From Rakim to Chubb Rock to fucking Paz K,
Yeah.
Pooh, you know what I
Yes,
mean? Just that shit is just the essence of all that shit. So I'm always, be a fan and an artist and also a fan of that shit.
Yeah.
But the young niggas, they just think we some old niggas running around trying to, like we washed up or some shit. So we just gotta continue to bang out.
Yeah,
So
nah,
let
for
them
sure.
know it ain't nothing changed. Y'all niggas got this shit from us.
Yeah.
So how could we be? You know what I mean? That's like saying some crazy shit like to R. Kelly, a singer that's doing what he doing. He's saying R. Kelly is trash or some shit like
Right,
that. It
right.
just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But we gotta go through it because it's a competitive game. Hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the music do the talking.
Yeah.
I let my music do the talking, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Nah, for sure. And you were just talking about, how some of the music, sometimes you can't tell, the difference between some of the artists. Now, when you were coming, when you came out, there were so many dope artists coming out from
Flavors.
Queens, but nobody sounded the same.
No
You know what I
question.
mean?
No
Whether it
doubt.
was, from you guys, the Lost Boyz, or, like LL, or, 50,
Onyx.
Ja Rule, Onyx, Like everybody had such a distinct sound.
Hell yeah.
How important was it back then, knowing that rap is a competitive sport, for you guys to sound different and really be individuals with what you was doing?
It's like your own journey, right? So it's like everybody got their own journey and their own way of taking that journey.
Yeah.
You know which way you gonna go, whatever, right? But nah, me and the Onyx came up together, OC came up together, mainly a bunch of the Queens niggas that I rock with, Royal Flush, dope ass artists, Unique, Nick the Exotic, like Lost Professor and all of that. So everybody had to have their own shit. Cause when we go to the parks and shit like that, you grab a mic and niggas don't want to. You can't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had let's go.
Yeah.
And then everybody came from. We was all from Queens, but there's mad parts of Queens. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And you from Southside Jamaica, Queens?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so during like the whole Park Jam era, like you were you and like Fredro Starr,
Yep.
like y'all was going over there freestyling and was
yeah.
really known for that, making your name in that realm, battling.
Walking to the park, or even riding bikes, whatever it was, we was getting over there to grab a mic, you know what I mean? And my first experience with it is when I went to Baisley Park and Grandmaster Vic and them boys was doing that damn thing, and they called me to the mic, Coach Cheeks. I was like, oh shit. So you know, I was putting in my work, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, hold up, Cheeks in the building. So, and from you already know from there, man, I just stand on that like that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Word.
Ever since, you know?
Yeah.
From J-Rab bringing a Grandmaster Vic mixtape to the crib, and it was just, yo, who's that? And from there, boom, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. And is it true that Black Just from the Supreme team gave you a name?
Hell yeah. He stamped me. One night I was up with Club Mercedes and shit.
Yeah.
Spotting out in Queens. Yeah, man, we came in there, you know what I'm saying, LB fam. That nigga was like, Mr.Cheeks in the building. I was like, oh, Just said that shit? Bing, that was it.
And so it went from Coach Cheeks to Mr. Cheeks.
Facts.
Yeah, word.
Facts.
I can dig it. And how did that feel having, because in that day, like the street cats was like the heroes
Everything.
of the block.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah, so how did that feel to be co-signed by somebody in such high ranking, you know what I mean?
I say it to this day. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, I'm still saying Just gave me that name, and you know, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't take nobody's name to become who I am or none of that. I put my work in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, no, that's what's up, man. So what can you tell us about, you know, your come up in Queens? Like, what was it like for you growing up? Were you into music early, or what was your vibe?
I was into music early, like, you know, already know. Moms and them, auntie and them cleaning up the crib or whatever, and the music blasting, playing them joints from Gladys Knight to Commodores and shit like that. Even Fleetwood Mac and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just music, good music was always in my crib. My uncle is Gil Scott-Heron, you know what I mean? So he was definitely an ill poet right there. Sometimes you just be thinking like, yo, it was crazy that, you know, I got into the game. You know, you doing what you love, so this should just be bananas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ain't stopping until it's time too. So
Yeah.
keep at it.
No, for real. And did you ever get an opportunity to see Gil Scott-Heron
What,
actually
performing?
create?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I moved him in his crib out in Brooklyn and all kind of shit, so I was always around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to go to, when he used to do his joints at the Blue Note with the live band, him and Larry and them boys. R.I.P. to Bilal, you know what I'm saying? And it was, yeah, man. Yo, music is just so beautiful and shit. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. And it's dope because, I mean, even though people might not, you know, consider Gil Scott like one of the, you know, I feel like he's one of the founding fathers of hip hop to a certain degree.
Yeah, he was a how you say, musician who revolutionary.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
His words was, it was deep, you know?
Yeah. Like his poetry, his spoken word was, I mean, you know, hip hop is spoken word over beats. So
Whitey on the Moon and all of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he was deep. Now, you know, people get into it though. Like once you know, like nowadays, you know, as you get older and people start hearing different music and genres of the music, they tuning in, you know? Shout out to Lonnie Liston and all of those dudes like that, you know what I mean? Donald Byrd and all them fly niggas, jazz musicians and shit like that.
Word. And who are some of your influences, you know, coming up? Who are some of the people you were looking up to musically and creatively?
Hip hop and
Yeah.
Oh man.
And not even just hip
NWA,
hop.
all of them niggas.
Yeah.
NWA, MC8 and them boys over there on the West Coast. Then over here, you already know. Heavy D, shouts to Heavy D, the nigga that gave me my first record deal. You know what I'm saying? Like Heavy D and the boys from CL Smooth and Pete Rock, like all them niggas paved the way for what I'm doing now. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's mad influence, man. So many names, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And you were right there in the epicenter of it. I mean, everything was happening. Like you said, you riding your bike to the parks, you know what I mean? And all of us hearing about, you know, just those legendary jams in the park, cats, you know, plugging into the
block parties and
Yeah.
shit. Like, man, that shit is the essence of this shit. Nah, this game is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of shit going on in this hip hop game where it's looking crazy. But you know, the hip hop music is different than the rap industry is different than the hip hop game. You know what I mean? So the
Nah,
rap
for
industry
sure.
is different. The rap industry is you got to be flossed out. I'm in the bag.
Right.
Whatever, nigga.
Yeah. It's
Hip
like-
hop is bang. Hip hop is boom bap. Let's go.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, rap is the business of it.
Yeah.
Hip hop is the
the-
true culture.
It's
of
in the
it.
veins.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Like a lot of us, we bleed hip hop. We
Exactly.
breathe hip hop.
Is
you
that
know what I
wake
mean?
up, we burn it, nigga, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
for sure.
That part, like, this is so, hip hop is different from the rap industry.
So how was the Lost Boyz formed? How did you guys come together as a collective?
Well, I met Freaky Tah, his pops, Champ used to come to my grandma's house and new the kitchen and shit, remodel the kitchen and shit like that.
Yeah.
So he had his son, he was like, I got my son, Raymond, and he brought him over one day. From there, we just kicking it and shit. And then next thing you know, I know he lived around the corner. So when we started going to school, we just pick each other up from there. Lou and Tao used to, walk to school together and all that shit. And, get into the things. Then we met Spig Nice over at summer school. We was all in summer school over at Richmond Hill. Yeah. And he used to come through with the trooper, banging, boom, with the sound system, crazy.
Yeah.
We was like, what the fuck is that? And got to meet Spig, and then next thing you know, we in the basement making records and shit, like taking different journeys.
Word. And were you guys producing your own music and everything back then?
Yeah. We had cats that we got our own inside producers. Like,
Right.
the main nigga is Cooler Ruler Divine. He's like, while we still rocking and rolling. He produced dope tracks. He make dope music. Lyric game is ill. Like he wrote the hook for Renee. You know what I'm saying? He wrote the hook for that. So we just been doing it since early. Like when I met him through like me and him both had this manager, R.I.P. to my man Lenny and shit back in the days. And that was a struggle from there. The journey was so long to get where we at, but it was worth it, getting through it to get to it. You know what I mean?
Word. Do you remember the first song that you guys recorded together?
Yeah, The Black Man.
Huh.
We was on our positive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was on the Black Power shit. Like,
Word.
still today, we still militant, right?
Yeah.
But
and I know like there was a lot of influence like from probably even like Public Enemy and like
Public Enemy. What's the other brothers?
Not X-Clan.
X-Clan.
Yeah,
Whoa, come on, that was so powerful.
X-Clan was one of my favorite
One of the
groups.
dope. Yeah, they dope. Facts.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Remember Melanin Boys and all of that? Man, this shit is so dope. From motherfucking Wild Style to whatever hip hop move they got right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, for sure. Now, we just celebrated 50 years of hip hop. Would you have ever believed, back then when you was getting started, that we would be at this point celebrating 50 years and putting hip hop on this pedestal the way that it is?
Man, it's like, I see it though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see that shit though, but they never knew that it'd be this phenomenal, such a big thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, shout outs to Blondie and fucking Fat Five Freddy and all of them niggas, Busy B and all of them boys that brought it, Double Trouble and all of that. Like,
Yeah.
all of that shit is right here, you know what I'm saying? It's dope to be a part of this culture.
Right.
And 50 years later, niggas still doing it. KRS-One still banging out.
Oh.
Like I said, Melly Mel, Furious 5, Scorpio, and all them boys wilding out like they 20. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Hip hop keep you young, and it is what it is. Man.
Yeah, I mean it was dope seeing LL and Q-Tip, do their project like that. That was super dope. And
LL with what's his name, Eminem joint. You know what I mean? Like,
that was
shit
crazy.
they don't be paying attention to. We really fire, but the shit that's going on is different than what you knew.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's different. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Heavy D,
Heavy D.
got you your first record deal.
Shout outs to Heavy D and Andre Harrell.
Uptown Records. Word. And how did that come about, bro?
Man, we was doing some things out in Virginia and shit. And in Virginia they had some bars and shit. You go up to the bars, you just bang out there too. Get your recognition out there.
Yeah.
Cause they had some from Who was out there rhyming that time? There's some VA nigga. Oh, you know, my boys Rex and Effects and all of that.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
So when we seen that video right there, like Rump Shaker, niggas like, where's that at? These niggas hit 95 and pound.
Yeah.
We finding that right there,
Yeah.
where that's at. So we went down there, got involved with a few cats, you know what I'm saying? Do some things, make some records out there. And the word I got bumped. They got the word that this cat Tim Dog was looking for me. Tim Dog, shouts to Tim Patterson. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna set up a meeting, Bing Bing." We already had a little red tape that was circulating through our hood, like without the industry, nothing. But when you know what I'm saying, when they gave us a shot to put the legal drug money to wax and all that, it was crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit playing on the radio. We in Grandma basement. That shit was like, oh, yo, look. She was bugging out.
What was that feeling like going from freestyling in the park to then being signed to a record deal and having your songs on the radio?
Bananas. Felt like the 5 Heartbeat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we really did it. Because, you know, people was like, yeah, right, you ain't, yeah, whatever, nigga. Like, all right, nigga, we about to drop on y'all niggas. You know, the hood, they ain't really believe it. They believe it. There was certain motherfuckers that be like, yeah, all right, whatever, nigga. All right, next thing you know, we in the motherfucker. Let's go to the hood, shoot Lex Coups, Bimaz, and the Benz, nigga. Show them how we talking about, right?
Yeah.
So let's go. Yeah, just, you know, it was so dope.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe that shit. So from there, you know, you just want to continue on with that shit. My man, Uncle Red Alert said, it's tough to get in the game, but it's tougher to stay in the game.
That's
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just like how they say, you know what I mean, it's tough to get money, but then it's even tougher to maintain it, to hold on to it. Yeah, no,
Fact.
for sure. And y'all first project, Legal Drug Money, had so many bangers, so many classics on there. Like
crazy.
you mentioned Renee, that's one of my favorite
Renee is dope.
songs right there.
It's like, yo, when I do Renee now, it's like it just came out. That's how the crowd be giving me that love.
Nah,
I be
for
like,
sure.
yo, that is bananas. But
And the storytelling is so uncanny, you know, it's
shout out to
on
Slick
another
Rick
level.
for that, right? Slick Rick is one of the illest storytellers. LL is an ill storyteller. You know what I mean? Dougie Fresh had some stories. He was, you know, that abortion joint he had. That was like, yo, you want to write shit like, oh shit, I got. So it came to me when things come to me. You know, I could write a story. I could write some hip hop shit. I could write some, you know, some politics shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Word.
that's what it is.
At what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
What you mean you jumped off the porch?
So I mean, jumping off the porch is a term that we use, like basically when you find yourself, your individuality, when you get from under your parents' tutelage and step out and do your own thing.
Yeah, when my grandma's kicked me out,
Huh?
I was like, I have to jump off the porch, right?
Yeah.
Too old to be chilling in the basement and burning it down, ain't got a job. I'm thinking about making music, Grandma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And grandma always show a lot of love, but she gonna be strict. Grandma don't play.
Yeah. Well, I was out of here. I took my plastic bag and we was gone. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Roller Dope.
Yeah.
Roller Dope just brought the new act, jumped in that joint, went down to Virginia, boom, boom. And then came back up, got the boys and went down, got a crib, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Word. And then y'all song Jeep, Lex, Coups, Beamers, and the Benz.
Yes, sir.
That song was one of the first songs I feel like in hip hop where cats was even referencing foreign whips.
Word.
You know what I
Word.
mean? Do you?
Shout out to the you know the dope boys and all of that, holding it down.
Yeah.
Pappy and all them, you know, Fat Cat and all. Tim and all of them boys and niggas just come around looking crispy.
Yeah.
AJ and all them niggas with the fly ass Lex Coups and all of that, whatever, you know. We was on the Van Wyck trying to get it right, sitting on crates, hustling, you know, the bing bings. So.
Do you remember recording that song? Do you remember like when
Lex
y'all?
Coups, Bimaz in the band?
Yeah.
I think that's D&D Studios. We was getting crazy in there.
Legendary Studios.
Yep. D&D, shouts to D&D, shouts to Quad. There's another studio we should go around the corner on where they had the old Sabaros and shit. Classic shit, man.
And did y'all know that was gonna be a smash? Like as soon as you?
Nah, we everything we thought was gonna be a smash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yo, word. Oh shit, because everything we did was just vibing. Like,
Yeah.
Tim Dog told us, you know, yo, you want to make records for the hood or you want to make worldwide joints? And there it was, you know. that guidance right there, and that guidance took us to where we are.
Word. Because it's like when you make the music just from the heart and not forcefully try to make a hit,
right?
That's when the songs like that's when the hits come.
We just making joints, you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And like, yo, this'll work, that'll work, let's go.
Yeah.
So we just running.
And y'all had a dope way of, like I said, your style was so unique because you were telling these stories. You were telling these stories from the street, but then you also had a vibe, and you know what I mean? Y'all would be vibing out, dancing in the videos and all of that, but it wasn't pop. You know what I mean?
Right. It was that naughty by nature shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We the New York naughty by nature niggas. Some niggas is the Queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tretch and all them boys, and Benny and everybody.
Absolutely.
Shout out to them boys. See?
No, for sure. And y'all had the dopest handshakes too. You know what I mean?
We had the 16. We went from 16 to 3 joints. You know what I'm saying? Just a Lost Boyz love and loyalty tap. You know what I mean?
And that was the first time we was even, seeing that. And then it's crazy because now in the NBA,
they're going crazy.
They're going crazy.
Like,
LeBron got a different handshake for every player in the league.
That's crazy. And them niggas know it. That should be bananas. That's
you know
dope.
what I mean?
That's dope.
Yo, straight up, man. No, that's ill. So, with you guys, being so unique, like, with your style and what you were doing, did you, like, what type of hurdles were you guys overcoming as you were, first coming into the game and dropping these smashes though? Right. You know what I mean? Like, what were some of the obstacles that you were having to overcome early?
Shit, man, real life. Like, music was there, but we wasn't getting out. We didn't do no shows. And once we started getting shows, shit was alright. But it was just a regular job. You gotta do your thing first before that shit show up too. What it means, putting in this work. I mean, we was having fun. So the good times and the bad times, and the bad times has made us more on point in certain things like that. Like my man Spig, he did 19 bings in jail for bank robbery. Sometimes I be thinking like, dang, that shit hurt. It hurt, you know what I'm saying, when my man left. You know what I'm saying? Then we lost Ty. But before that, we just doing what we was doing. Just living life, man. Like, spending money, going broke, get some money the next day. You up and down. So it's a dice game.
For sure. And when you guys was having these records on the radio, these songs on the radio, was your family like automatically thinking, and people around you thinking that like you just crazy rich already, and you know what I mean, get to putting the hand out? Like,
my family wasn't putting no hands. They was chilling. My family was always supporting, right? They got their own thing going on. They were just happy their cousin, oh shit, nigga, that's my cousin. Yeah. They was just proud of me doing what I'm doing, really. But of course you had the, of course there's people out there that, you show mad. I was showing I always show love. It's part of what I am. I mean, I ain't a stingy nigga. I ain't a selfish person, but certain things, you learn as you get older that damn, we shouldn't have did certain shit, right? Right. Spending cash, not taking some advice that you should have taken. Flag it.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of it though, and you gotta have the experiences to learn. So you can take certain advice, but at the same time, like we gotta bump our head. We gotta take, like how a baby gotta fall once or twice to understand what it feel like to fall.
I know. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like, it was many things I could have did, but I don't like really being around people that I gotta be like if I ain't do it with you and we ain't like that vibe, so some things I had to be around people, certain peoples and things. That I was like, I ain't like people that could help me do certain things. So I ain't want to be around that vibe and shit, shit like that. So I just went on. This is what I am, LB. Fuck it, I take my own route. Know what I'm saying? We all on the same journey, but I take it the way I'ma go.
Yeah, that's real.
Know what I'm saying? And that's just, it feels better,
Did you maintain that vibe like through your career? Was it always like that, or did you eventually sort of open up to be willing to maybe take advice from outside people and stuff like that?
It's hard to take advice from people that ain't doing what you do.
That's real.
You be like, I understand. I'm with it. It's mad niggas who getting money and mad niggas that ain't getting money. Yeah. I'm just living life, man. That shit has never been, it never been like, I gotta chase the money. I always knew that we gonna make the money. Yeah. So we just live life. Like, you know, I'm rich with the family. I'm rich with the love I'm getting right here. I'm rich
Yeah.
with my fans and shit, and
Nah,
people
for
that come to
sure.
my show. That's how I rock.
Yeah, rich in spirit.
All day.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I mean, that can overcome any dollar amount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna make the money.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna make me like,
Right,
nigga,
right.
I'm like I tell niggas, you know, you can't take the car in the club, nigga. What's your game inside the club, right?
That's
It's what
real.
what you doing inside the club, right?
Right,
you
right.
drive that car in front all day.
Right.
Can't bring that in the club. We get in there, you corny nigga with money, it's still a corny nigga.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
You know what I'm
money
saying?
can't unlame a lame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
nah,
I'm glad I was raised how I was raised and been just what I am, man.
Word.
You know what I mean?
And you was talking about Spig Nice, when he got out from doing his bid, I know the city of Queens gave you guys the key to the city
Yeah.
and then marked September 16th as Lost Boyz Day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, now again, I gotta ask you, would you have ever thought that you would be, you know, in Queens being presented, you know, these prestigious awards, you know what I mean, from the city, getting the key to the city, getting your own day, and I mean, there's other, I think Nas has a day, LL has a day in Queens, so
Yeah.
to be in that company.
So dope, man. Your music did that. Like the music did it. Like the music really touched people, and the community always supported us. So that's so crazy. We about to get a Tally Street on God Brewer on them
Oh,
niggas.
word.
You know what I'm saying? It's even iller. Proclamations and things like that. I got the proclamation from Mayor Eric
Yeah.
Mayor Eric, whatever.
Yes, sir.
And I did all that. I mean, that shit is just, that shit is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Word.
And how dope was it for your mans to have come home and been able to, you know what I'm saying, experience that with you?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Nah,
we ain't show up with all the cars in front of the prison, videotaping the nigga coming out. Nah, nigga. We just gonna rock and roll.
Come on, man. And I
what I'm
mean, I think it's even better to come home and
be quiet.
yeah.
Build up with
yeah.
you know?
And allow people to big you up, like how the
Facts.
city did for
Facts.
you guys.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
We
Like,
got a new, we got the video out, me and Spig.
Yeah.
Didn't get the money. Shit is hard. That was like our first single when he came home.
Yeah.
We got a little album working on right now. So that's what we doing, man.
Yeah, word.
It's like having fun.
Man, can you talk about another one of my favorite songs, Music Makes Me High?
Hell yeah. Bounce, roast, rock, skate. That was R.I.P. to my man Mr.Cheeks. He came through with that track.
Yeah.
It was one of the dopest tracks I ever heard. Music made me out of it. I was like, yo, that's how it just was. We was in the studio. 1 for the money, 2 for the line. You already know
Yeah.
that's just how it went. Boom. And then that's how we vibed out.
Even how y'all were in the video, I think y'all was like in the desert or something like
Yeah.
that, and like I think they was using like the fisheye lens, and how y'all was just
Yeah,
all
on the-
just
on
in
the
the
dirt
camera
bikes.
and just yeah, man.
Yeah,
Nah, it was
it's
just that was an ill vibe. Now y'all project Love, Peace, and Nappiness.
Yeah.
That was dope to me, and then the song also because it was, you know, you guys were truly paying homage to being black and the essence of being black.
Hell yeah, man.
And that's something that you guys always, you know, pushed within your music and
Right.
always tapped into.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Channel Zero and all of that type thing.
Yeah, absolutely. How important was it for you guys? Because I feel like you guys were some of the first artists also, you know, like wearing locks and talking about that. And that was in an era where wearing locks wasn't just fashionable, but you know, people who were wearing locks, you look at them and know that, or at least assume that they had knowledge of self.
Right, right.
Assume that they, you know, moved in a certain way.
Well, yeah, right? The locks is from the Lion, right?
Yeah.
Uncle Bob, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, before we was racking and all that, we had Uncle Bob blasting up and down 95 North, 95 South, taking trips and shit.
Yeah.
So Bob Marley always, that music is always, that's beautiful music, right?
Yeah,
That's how we
absolutely.
trying to live life. Smoke weed, take care of your family, do what you gotta do, and just enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't do that. There's ill motherfuckers out there, these motherfuckers. So we just gotta maintain ourselves and just
Yeah.
stay strong. The locks is for the main, You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And this is our strength.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And you got a tight relationship with Stephen Marley too.
No question.
Yeah.
That's my family, no question about it.
Word.
Just slept this boy. They got the new joint. And then like I call him Steve Escobar right now because he got one of them dope ass farms and shit.
Yeah.
And you know he shows me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even, you know, I met him from Lollapalooza in 1997. We brothers, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. The whole family, Damien, Juju, Rohan, the whole Ziggy, all the family. Salute, no question.
Yeah.
Stella, Sharon, and all of them. You already.
Word. Nah, and that's got to be dope to be just, you know, like you said, like influenced by Bob the way that you are, and then have been built a relationship, you know, with the seeds and with the family.
It's crazy, yeah.
I mean, that's the dope thing too about, you know, what this culture does is it brings so many of us together that have this similar love for the arts, the fashion, the music, you know, just everything that embodies the culture.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like I want to smoke a blunt with Eric Clapton, you know?
Yeah.
That's my man.
Word.
That's man, he got that good music. I be chilling. I take my little, you know, road trips and shit, nighttime vibes. You know?
And then you released your solo project and had the song Lights Camera Action.
Yes, sir.
Which like really you know that was a smash as well.
That was crazy. That was a dope one. Excuse me. It was like, yo, man, Universal, they hit me with the dumb bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Why you ain't? The album was crazy. I wanted to push that so hard. Lights, Camera, Action was dope. The remix was dope.
Yeah.
I wanted to, you know, I had to crush on you. You know, I had some few things on there that they didn't really pay attention to. But like I said, thank you though. You know what I'm saying? To help me where I'm at. And I like I said, I'm doing mad remakes of my new old records to videos now and shit. It's just what I can do now.
Yeah, and that's dope too. Like seeing artists like I had Juvenile here on the Porch recently,
My dog.
and he had released a video for his song 400 Degrees.
No doubt.
You know, so one of the legendary songs, you know, from from back then. But now, like with the way that the internet, social media, and everything works, like a old hit can be revived and to this whole new audience, to TikTok and all of that can have a whole new life.
Yo, they be bugging. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So with the song Lights Camera Action in the hook, you make reference to Outkast's song Miss Jackson.
Right.
Had you ever had a conversation like with, you know what I'm saying, with Big Boy or with Dre just about
Andre, my boy, no question about it.
Yeah.
He was on Miami Beach and I told him, yo, I'm about to drop this joint. I use a little Miss Jackson joint, like, sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
But then, you know, that's my boy.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And that was always dope for me, just being a fan of the culture. You know, like I was telling you, man, I'm from the Midwest, and so you're like, we're a melting pot. We was listening to East Coast, we was listening to music down South.
It was coming like this.
Everything,
So the gumbo, like.
So, you know, the narrative at the time, you know, of course, was that like New York didn't rock with, you know, other coasts or music from the South. So that was always dope for me, you know, hearing you in a way pay homage, you know, to.
No question.
Yeah.
Kid, that's just people talking, right? They be saying motherfuckers from New York don't be fucking with niggas. Yeah, we fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
Like we fuck with everybody. Like everybody fuck with everybody. Like nigga, good time. We black and we go out and we have a good time.
Yeah.
We just try to. We go to parties and want to come home. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous for us, right? It's not like some you know, our shit is kind of different than, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Word.
Our shit is hard. Being black is crazy. I love it.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing to be. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing like it. You know what I mean?
And I just found out Black Heritage flags.
Huh?
Our own flag. They ain't never show us our own flag, right?
Right.
I just got them shit. So.
Word. Nah, that's what's up, man. And then how did it feel to, you know, be? I know you were on Wild 'N Out a few years ago, and again, just to be embraced by, you know, by the younger comedians, younger artists, you know what I mean, and just in this era of the game. And you was killing it on there too.
That was fun. That was fun. Shout out to Nick Cannon and all the cast up there, man. It was dope, man. Dope having me. I got the belt at the crib and all that.
Oh, word. So you got that championship
Yeah,
belt.
I got that belt. But nah, that was fun, man. Shouts to the shows that still, yo. I was, you know, we do this joint. My homegirl, Princess DJ Trop, she do this joint at Reverb every Thursday at the rooftop.
Yeah.
And Shorty be coming in there like, yo, Cheeks, thanks, man, for the music. Yo, they like 20s and shit. And I be like, yo, appreciate it. Like, it's dope.
Nah, for sure. Because if you look at the comments on all of your guys' videos, I mean, you will see in there, it's 2025 and I'm still listening to this. It's 2024 and I'm still, like the comments is crazy. Because, I mean, you guys really made timeless music. And again, the stories that you were telling, you know, in these songs, so many of us, you know, can relate to. I even saw where, you know, people were in the comments and were like, man, my aunt's name is Renee. And, you know, RIP to her, like, thanks for making this song. You know what I mean? Just, you never know how, you know, your art is going to impact people, you know, in different ways.
I seen a dude from London, I don't know if I say this shit, but he got a Mr.Cheeks tattoo on his arm. Like, that's crazy. From my Raised album. My Raised album cover. I was like, oh, that's dope. That was dope.
Yeah, nah, that's hard, bro.
Touching them like that, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
It's dope to be able to be making me. That's like Earth, Wind, and Fire touches me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Donny Hathaway touches me. Like, yeah.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And then, bro, you went on a run where you were smashing the features too. Like everybody was hitting you up, you know what I mean, getting on features. That Lil Kim, the jump off.
Oh, that's the jump off. Shout out to the jump off. Shout out to Lil Kim. We still getting it right now. Every night, right? We watching the TNT. You see the game popping off, American Express.
Yes.
The jump off behind it. So dope. So that's a blessing too.
Thank God for publishing.
Thank God for ASCAP.
Hey, come on now. Yo, for real.
Sir.
That mailbox money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nah, that's what's up, man. And then, I mean, you've had features with Brian McKnight, Joe, like, Mary J. Blige. What was your thoughts when when you got on when you got on that remix?
Yo, Mary J. Blige remix, that was so crazy, right? Cause yo, I had no idea I was gonna be on it. Tim Dog said, yo, I got the hard joint, Clark Kent and all of that, right? Oh, they used to come through the studio just, yeah, nigga, let's go. 16, boom. The next thing you know, I'm like, oh, plug blew my mind.
The I'm Going Down remix was so dope, especially because and back then the remixes were truly like a brand new song. So it wasn't like, okay, here's the original song with the verse added from Mr.Cheeks. That remix was like a whole new song, different vibe, everything.
Who made that track? Easy Mo or somebody? Like, them niggas is making them tracks back then. Word. Nah,
for sure. Was that a point, you know, when you were on that remix that, like, you knew that it was different? You know?
Hell yeah. It's got that Queens nigga on it. Nah, I was on my shit. I was like, yeah, it's going down. Mary J. Blige, I'm on the remix. That's a group with that. I think that one had Grand Poobah on that first too and all that. Drugs. Just honored to be a part of that shit.
Yeah. Word. And then another one of my favorite songs of yours, Me and My Crazy World.
Yes, sir.
That was a dope story where you were basically talking about being like in a love triangle.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I wrote that about, you know, situation that happened on All-Star Weekend. Word.
And you was really you made a mistake and called one shorty name.
Oh no, you know I took that from Mo Better Blues.
Yeah.
I took that, but the story's real. Like damn. It's real.
We all have been in a situation like that. I'm in love with two women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right? The variety game.
Word. And so, like we were saying, you've been continuing to drop music and to, you know, put stuff out. You got the Still in the Game EP
Hard
that you dropped, and then the song Realize.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, what was dope about that visual to me was that you know, like the dancers in the video
Yeah.
and just the whole vibe of the video. I thought homie was about to get hit by the bus.
Yeah, he was bugging right. That's
You
my
know?
boy. He be doing his damn thing.
Yeah.
Shorty's from Brooklyn and shit. Shouts to R.I.P. to Shake. You know, it was just one of them vibes. Like, we did the record, went and crispied it up at Ruler Divine House, and I was like, yo, we should just shoot it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just call the shorties from that. We did a show with them in Brooklyn for one of my people that passed away, and me, G-Dap, we was over there, and then I was like, yo, call them shorties from last night. We just got together in our hood and just did that shit.
Yeah, nah, for sure,
Good
for
vibes.
sure.
Walk the block.
For people watching this interview and who's about to go over, you know what I mean, to check the project out, can you tell us what should people expect when they listen to it? And then what's another track from there that somebody, when they turn it on, like immediately go to this one?
Oh man, you expect good music, and you know, lyric game is on deck. We on deck. Like, shout out to my nephew Freaky Tah, he on there with me. My man Hampton Davis on the album with me. Buddy from Intros on there. Cooler Ruler, Low. I'm just in house, really. You know what I'm saying? The name, they know the name when they hear it, but. The joints on that joint, go to check my joint out. It's called Toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is a jumper joint right
Rock with
there.
that.
There's some toes in this house. Where they at? Point them out. It's crazy. Shit like that. But the album is kind of tight, man. If, you know, for those that like hip hop and just, you know, good vibes.
I rock with a Special Friend on there too.
Oh, Special Friend, dope.
Yeah.
I wrote that for a shorty.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like your songs, I mean, any subject that you talk about, you know what I mean, is dope. But it's like when you like go in and talk about, you know, the women, bro, like you be telling some stories that's like so relatable and so vivid that you know it's true.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
be thinking, you know, I always, when I write, I think about what would Keith Sweat be writing about if he was hip hop artist. Cause that was that boy right there. That's that man right there. You know what I'm saying? Suited out, crispy since the 80s doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Keith Sweat a G too, bro.
A G.
I done seen like some videos of bro like where he popping this shit,
Yeah,
and I'm
he-
like, I ain't even know. I'm like, Keith Sweat could have been a rapper. Like,
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
what I'm saying.
Like the
that
way
nigga
he
is
moved.
hard body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smooth, hard body nigga.
Yeah.
Shout outs to motherfucking Keith Sweat. Shout outs to Barry White too. You know what I'm saying? Miss that nigga's music, Marvin Gaye and all the good girls. Whew. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. And how important, you know, has it been for you to keep Freaky Tah's name alive? And you know, and with having his son Freaky Tah, you know, doing music with you guys and everything like that. How important has that been to continue to, you know, push his legacy and his name? Because people still say his name like as if, you
They
know.
called me the nigga one time. You know, yo, Freaky Tah. So they love this man, right?
Yeah.
We love this dude. So it's like, hell yeah, we got to keep it so strong, you know?
Yeah.
He was one of the powerful voices, and
Absolutely.
me and him is this, right?
Yeah.
And that's only right.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't we, right? You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
for
Keeping
sure.
it strong. We got generations in this here.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, sir.
Word.
Freaky Tah.
And what's one of the biggest life lessons that you learned, you know, through the industry, through life? You know what I mean? What would you say?
Don't be trusting these motherfuckers. Yo, man, know who you with, know who's with you, not just with you because what you doing and shit like that. And that's really it. Keep your third eye out. You know what I'm saying? That's really it, yo.
Yeah, nah, I can dig it, man. AI is, you know, going crazy right now. Everybody's, you know, or not everybody, but a lot of people are starting to use AI, whether they're taking people's voices and putting them on songs and you know, things like that, or mimicking different artwork, you know, things like that. What are your thoughts on this whole new wave of technology and social media, AI, like all of that?
It's good and it's bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good and it's bad, man. Damn, Trump is in fucking office. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, it's bad. Like, but nah, man, some shit I use and some shit I don't. Like, I mean, I like you. I like Instagram and posting shit and letting people know and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. A lot of shit be internet can cancel you and can hurt you and it's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the true things with the person is that AI shit'll fuck you up.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And it's like the court of public opinion is so big now. And so like how you said, like folks can cancel you. People are selective on who they hate this minute versus who they love this minute.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. But this is what it's the world. Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many gangsters on the computer. so many keyboard gangsters.
Right,
talking
right.
shit. It's all good though.
Yeah.
It's just hey man, we just gotta adapt. We adapt to what it is anyway, right?
Yeah.
That shit ain't nothing. We like this. Oh, all right. We know what's real and what's fake, nigga. Like, that can't be real.
Nah, for sure. And what would you say has been one of the most fulfilling parts of your career and just, you know, being a part of this culture that we love called hip hop?
Being on stage with the greats that I looked up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was doing Rock the Bells concert with Run DMC. Nigga, like, what the fuck, right? Never dreamed I would, you know, nah, it's real shit. Like, I really love this shit, and I'm a fan of this shit. So it should be bugging me out still.
Yeah.
I could call up Chubb Rock and shit, talk to the guy. I could talk to certain, you know.
Yeah.
So that shit is kind of dope.
Nah, that's ill, man. What else you working on, bro? What else you excited about that you got
Documentary coming out.
Okay.
You Can't Erase Me. Shout out to Mr. Wave. You know, Mr. Wave is one of the New York City breakers. Mr. Wave.
Word, yeah.
He doing a lot of documentaries right now, and he got one. He put one together for me right now. I'm just working, yo. Really, I just dropped, like I said, that EP for a little while. I'm gonna let that ride till I drop the next joint in the summer. One Night Only. I got One Night Only out. I'm talking about this new record, this new album I'm dropping called Devil's Gold.
Okay.
And then that'll be my next project. But like I said, every day I'll just be in the spraying it up, hit the lab. Shouts to Jack in the Black Hole out here, studios out here in Atlanta, Forest Park.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Word, nah,
shouts to the y'all dudes off the porch. You know what I'm saying? Shit is dope.
Yeah, nah, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And one last question for you too. You know,
let me get shout out to my Vodka brand. Got to shout out to my liquor brand, Vodka.
Sure.
I wish I had some bottles now, but I'm one of them niggas that be like, here, giving them out, get the niggas wet. The shorties and everybody, they be enjoying it. Shout out to Vodka, my partner Anthony Armstead. And go ahead. What else?
Nah, I was gonna ask you. You know, being an avid weed smoker.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that the day would come where weed will be illegal in New York? And what is the vibe like in New York now that it is legal? Like, are New Yorkers a little more laid back these days, or what?
Niggas is chilling. They, like, you know, like the Coliseum block with more stomping grounds we used to be at in front of the Coliseum. Now niggas is out there. They just got the bar. They got all kind of weed. Like, it's so crazy and dope in New York, man.
Yeah.
So dope. So the dispensaries is popping. Shout out to Madison Square Garden dispensary.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Word, nah, that's what's up, man. You got any shout outs you want to give before you get out of here?
Oh man, yo, just shout out to y'all for having me. Shout out to everybody that's still showing love and support. And shout out to the world, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, Mr.Cheeks, appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us, bro.
Jumping off the porch.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, yo.
And like y'all host me, I'm my roof.